emotional check-in to see what's happening with the emotions going on here. I think about Carl Thomas. They think of that song. They say, "I'm so emotional," and so that's why use that as the opening, because this is just an emotional check-in to see what's going on. So I'm going to add this into my doing as well. Just before I do it here, I would like to kind of introduce you to my new set of cards as well. I'm not going to use that today. This will be used when Spirit leads me to. With this one, I don't know. I could use it. We'll see how it goes. This one is an ode to my grandmother, Grandma Mary, which is my mom's mom. Time cards. My mom was always saying my grandmother was very notorious for. That's where I get the gifts of reading the cards for accuracy from cards, and then also she's always the one that I always bring in with me as well when I'm reading cards as well. That helps you to understanding when something's going to happen at a certain time. And so these are 78 cards in this deck. And it has everything to like time, also like I say 9 months, things tardy, galactic year, things like that, time stamping on that, spring, different seasons, all different kind of things, the months on here as well. So you can help. This is like on oracle, so you can be able to. So if you're also a reader as well, this is good, something for you to have in your set, especially if you're doing personalized readings as well. I tried it out already on the playground in Raquel of Jupiter 1111 this morning to do like a trial to see how they run, and a lot of stuff was pretty good on the money on that. So this is another thing. So you can go to Divineunisouls11.co for this $43, which includes shipping and handling. If you're a person that wants to know what time something's happening, like when he's coming back, or when I'm getting a job, or when will I hear back from the people, that's a nice oracle thing for you to have in your set. All right then, so I got another cards that I'm playing with as well. I seen this on another person's channel, and I was like, oh that is great. So what I'm going to do is do an energy check-in as far as in the emotions for so you see it here. She did as one thing, but I'm going to use this as always as a check-in. Clear for this. So you're seeing this, me use this here as well. So we're going to check in to see what is the energies as far as the emotions for the divine feminine right now as of here currently. Ooh. What's the energies for the divine emotions of the divine masculine? Ooh, got quite a bit. I hope that's fireworks. I sincerely hope that's what that is. Welcome to the shy. All right. So for the divine feminine, you got a story here. Right now, the divine feminine is peaceful right now. To me, she's looking at ships that have sailed already, and she's really just kind of looking like, okay, that ship has sailed, now what? So she's really practicing being calm, serene, and centered at this time. She's also feels like, the reasons why she's like that, it's like I'm powerless. Right now she's at the point to me, it's like I'm surrendering. My hands are tied. I can't do anything about the divine masculine situation. I can't do anything about what's going on, but all I can do is, right now, it's just be me. It's almost like a prayer of serenity. God give me the strength to understand the things and to know the difference about the things that I can change, what I can't. So this is what's going on, like that prayer of serenity. Some of you are divine feminists. If you can find that, I would say that so you can understand, so that can make you feel more empowered. I feel that also with the divine feminine, she's feeling proud that she's like, you know what, hey, I'm not at the point that I'm looking to see what the divine masculine is doing. I'm just really more so just concentrating on me. And so this is a great accomplishment for her. She's looked like a person that, to me, even from the smile, it's like, I'm happy for me. Because right now I'm understanding that I am the prize here. So she's feeling victorious, accomplished, and a masterful. Right now she's mastering the thing of really mastering what serenity is, not doing anything. And she's being receptive to things. I'm being receptive. That's interesting. She's got the rain here. So she's being receptive to the rain, which is a blessing. Sometimes, you know, it rains, it gives ways to rainbows. As April has taught me, you'll be able to understand to dance in the rain as well. It's not about the storms. It's not about the clouds. It's about what you're doing as you're waiting for this blessing to come and really seeing the beauty in that, what's actually going on. She might also feel a little kind of regretful too as well. She's remorseful, repent. I think she's really at the point that she's looking at some things, and I'm not going to look at it regretful, but what jumps off the thing is repent about some things. And remorseful to me is like to really take an overview about some things that she's saying that no longer suit her, and how she's came, if you see the playground experience, which is coming on, and Kathy talks about how she's came a long ways from where she was into where she is now. So this is where the emotions of the feelings, all in her feelings and her feels right now. This is where she's at. And like looking at pictures, she's torn. Things that maybe she had pictured it was going to happen this way, and really getting to the point to say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to throw it up in the air and just see where things land. Right now for the divine masculine, what's going on with him right now, he is frustrated. So prevented, hindered, blocked. So right now he feels like, again, he wants to go and he has no forward movement because there are a lot of things that's stopping him from getting to point B to point A to point B. But something about here, I'm seeing him, he's saying time. And he understands this divine timing right now that's really occurring and happening for him. Right now he's really feeling again, even though he's frustrated, he's got almost the same thing he's mirroring the divine feminine, which he's finding out that he feels like he is fulfilled, satisfied, self-actualized, and realized. He's realizing, to me, when I look at this and his emotions, that he's built for something more greater, because I'm looking at this finger pointed up to the sky and like really seeing the stars. To me, when I say divine timing, I almost said divine intervention. He sees that things are in play surrounding him. And with him, he's feeling like, you know, it's this way. I feel still the same way like the divine masculine energy, the reading that we had with Mama Booker. And I said something about him. He keeps on like painting it. Like, I know it's not looking right, but things are going to get better. You know, I know it could be better than what it is, but things are going to get better. So I keep on thinking that the divine masculine feels like, you know, I'm not going to let where I am define where I'm going. Okay. He feels right now, again, the divine masculine is working in the way of finding himself to be grateful for the position that he's actually in. He's finding himself to be grateful for the food of thought, the things, the material things, appreciative and blessed. So he's also, again, let me see that again, proud. It's almost, again, finding himself mirroring the divine feminine as well in his thinking. He's like, you know what, I got to turn around, because I see if I become more grateful, that will be able to help to turn this around. He too, just like the divine feminine, they are reflecting again here, regretful, but he is going through the grief process. To me, sorrowful, heartbroken, and bereaved. He's really going to the point of these things that he had thought that was going to happen the same way, just like the divine masculine is thinking. It's like, I've got to slowly kind of now let them die as well. And so this is where he is. So to me, when I see this grief here, that means he's going through a dark night of soul, because something's dying. And that could be the ego, the things of what from the ego thought what was going to actually happen for him, and where he thought he was going to go, and how things were going to be able to manifest, and all those things. And so right now the divine masculine is really dealing with some guilt. He really feels really guilty at this time about some things. He feels blameworthy. He's blaming himself. He feels like he's responsible, and he feels like he's at fault for a lot of things that has happened to him in his life. But at the end of the day, he still feels like, hold on, these brand new cards, that with this thing is blissful, is joy, is contentment. Now, when I look at this, I think about, like, this is the sun. He feels again, and we know in there most of the time, you know, it's like he's saying the sun will rise again. I still feel with this divine masculine, things look messed up, but still he's holding on to this affirmation or this mantra that's making him feel like, hey, you know, it's not the end of the world, you know, it's the end of the world as you know it. It's like, and I feel fine. He's like, and that's the way he feels with this. It's like it might be ending around me, but something about it, I feel happy about this as well. You know, he's trying to deal with this. But again, some things that have happened with the divine masculine, and I'm picking up, it could be if he's in a karmic situation, 3D, I'm picking up something about work, being disappointed about something happening in the workplace as well. Something he had been working on, is saying, didn't go as planned. And so right now he's a little kind of upset about that, hurt about some things as well. I'm picking up could be a divine feminine, or he's not being in communication with the divine feminine as well. Excuse me, you got to release that. And he might go, you might have ghosted him, or you might not be, it's so much there for him. He's got to deal with this brokenheartedness here as well. And so he's feeling a little spiteful, a little hostile, might be a little vengeful, depending on who's the one who's doing it. You know, he's a little upset about it, a little guarded. And I think that came out with the cards yesterday. That he was, it might be a little guard. I don't know. I did so many readings with people that they blending on that one as well. So that's that one. Okay, so again, Spirit told me that for these, when I get these readings, I got to give you. So what's the life changes? Let's give you solutions. Yesterday, I played around with you. I asked Spirit, was that okay? And he's like, yeah, because you kind of gave solutions in there. Just as long as you do solutions. But I'm going to make sure. So we covered all the emotions for them. So now let's look and see what is going on. I might kind of stick with this for a while. I like the other ones too. That's playing around. The little quickie. But what's going on? What does the divine feminine right now, source is pushing her to be able to, the life changes. Adult children. So again, this is children. This is again, how you communicating. So if you got adult children, they're playing a very big part with in your love life right now. As far as where you are in your emotions too. Again, adult children is like, how are you adulting? You know, like somebody say, oh, we're adulting now. So how are you within yourself, nurturing yourself? How are you caring for yourself? Doing that? How are you getting into your bliss? How are you communicating this? How are you being able to manifest this and making these healthy connections with others as well? This is something that they're saying. And as far as also getting the your heart, getting into your heart space as well. Self-employment, learning that you really out to yourself, working for yourself, seeing how you're working and creating things. It might be even in material things. Some of you all might find again while things are going on in this COVID-19 pandemic times, you might have to again focus in on your hustle, your side hustle, or you might have to find yourself say, hey, work ain't coming out like it's supposed to. I got to go ahead and make my own business. Kind of now you feel like you might need to nurture that a little bit more, maybe because there are more responsibilities that are coming to you as well. And so that's really, as things are opening up as far as you getting this downloads and being able to receive. These flowers look like to me they're in a receptive mode, like they're open, and that's going to lead you to your identity of who you are as a person. And so again, your heart space, getting you into your heart space too, this self-employment. Again, how are you working for self right now? And this is something that they would say has got to change. When we're talking about for the divine masculine, some life changes is going to happen for him is, or the divine masculine, aging gracefully. This to me tells me that he's got to get to the point that it's time to embrace. This is what I'm picking up. Embrace maturing. I feel in some ways when it comes to the spiritual growth, some of the divine masculine energies are not embracing it's time to grow up. It's time to now go to the next level. Some of them are, again, pushing and stuff like, no, I don't want to go. And this is what they're saying is helping you to be able to, you got to eliminate some things, because I see some brown here in here. You got to be able to, again, see how you're sacral, how you connecting with others, how you manifesting things as well, how you stand in your power, how you being able to come up with the identity of who you are as well, to help you to get into your bliss, because once you do this, I'm seeing this grayish color in the back, which is interesting. Like, things won't be so gray anymore. It'll start to really truly be black and white. It says grief work. Interesting. Pull this straight from the box here. Grief. And it already said, when these cards said that you were grieving. Where's you at? Grief. What's got to change is you got to start doing the grief work. You see me pulled it right on out the box. So this ain't something just off the top of my head here they came up with. You've got to start doing the grieving process. Things have to die. That's a natural thing. That's just like they say, graceful aging. You know, you used to be teenager. You're not teenager anymore. You got to grieve. Those days are gone. You got to, again, you move it on to your 20s. 20s was hard party time. You could do everything. You were so limber. You know, you can push things and do things and move things with a single hand. Now it takes a little bit more effort. You know, you got to kind of mourn those processes, mourn those stages. When I was there, I thought, just like the Bible said, when I was a child, I thought as a child. Now it's time for me to think as an adult. These are some things that you've got to keep in mind, divine masculines. That seems like sources telling you that you've got to, it's now time to kind of grow up. And this is what it's kind of saying for the divine masculine, spiritually, and also maybe even emotionally. It's time for you to be able to grow up too as well. And it's time to grieve. For the divine feminines, what do you need to surrender? Surrender comparison with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. Because again, especially when you're proud of yourself, and understand about this self-employment, this says to me, you got to do the self-work. Concentrate on self. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. This work that they're asking for you to do is to concentrate on you, to move you to, again, know the difference. Like they said, do the prayer of serenity as well. Divine masculines, for you, they want you to surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks to your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, so if you get rid of this, go on ahead and say, hey, I don't know why I'm hearing Michael Jackson say, she's out of my life. She's out of my life. And it cuts like a knife. She's out of my life. So if you got to do that, then you have to do that. Understand that whatever it is out of your life now. So again, if it's the age or you growing up and you holding on to something too long, you got to be able to make yourself to get to that point. Clear. So what are you destined for? So the Spirit wants you to know your next thing that you're destined for. What's your destiny? What's in your destiny? For the divine feminine. Sorry, I didn't say that. Divine feminine is wisdom. So right now from this experience, you take this deep dive into your emotions, you're going to have food for thought. You're going to have like a school of knowing of things, and you're going to be able to take that wisdom so you can be able to truly be in your abundance. Also, it says understand and change here as well. Interesting that it's got like a carousel. To me, this is almost like this going around and round, ending the cycle, so you could be this fairy tale of really being able to live your life, be ascendant in the higher level, to me, a spirituality where they really want you to be. I don't know why I'm here. Love lift us up where we belong, where the eagles fly on a mountain high. Love lift us up where we belong. That's where the clear winds blow. Here we got right here. Some of y'all got some issues with the communication. Then you had the blue one. You got to work on that because it had a lot of blue here. Divine masculines, simplicity. Just make it real simple. Divine masculines, you are a master of that. Become light like a feather. Have your heart be light as a feather. You making you too burdened down, and that's why they say do the grief work, because when you grieve, it becomes much lighter. You get rid of that, and so you can be able to become lighter and become the person that you are. All right, then, that is your I'm emotional and I can't let go, and I'm trying to hold on to you. All right then. So that is your emotional check-in right there. So as always, make sure that you get your love letter too as well. So as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.